Facebook! Hi, everyone. It's been a while since I popped in with a video, so it's good to be back again. Um, I went last weekend to hear Elizabeth Gilbert do a keynote in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, which was a wonderful adventure filled with my car almost exploding and getting pulled over. I did get out of that potential ticket, all that Libra charm. But a lot of you have asked what she spoke about, and so I wanted to share a little bit of that today. She talked about a revolution of women, a women's revolution, in a way that I have never heard it talked about before. She talked about a revolution of ease, a revolution of ease and a revolution of relaxation. And she validated how as women we hold so much, so many responsibilities, so many expectations, so much tracking of other people's needs. And she talked about holding that in a different way. And she outlined 4 different ways to do that. So that's what I'm going to share with you. She talked about the idea of setting priorities and really thinking about what we want our life to be about, what is most important to us, and getting really clear on that. So that's number 1. Number 2 was boundaries, and I love the way that she described boundaries. She talked about drawing a sacred circle around what is most important to us. And all of the truest priorities, the deepest priorities go inside of that circle, and everything else on the outside, we just have to let it go sometimes. We cannot bring our full presence to it. So we have priorities, we have boundaries. Then she talked about the idea of mysticism. And she described mysticism as a feeling of being guided even when it doesn't totally make sense. A feeling of being guided even when it doesn't totally make sense. A direct experience with source, divine, mystery. And she talked about every mystic having the same big, profound realization, which is that it's all going to be all right. It's all going to be all right. So being able to tap into our own mystic connection as part of this revolution. And the 4th thing she talked about is not doing anything other than what we can. It's such an attitude of extreme kindness towards ourselves and non-judgment. And so those are the 4. And the way she framed it was inviting us to think about making a life for ourselves that creativity and love would want to enter. That creativity is seduced by beauty. And so thinking about, as we create this revolution, what does it look like to do it from a creative place, an aesthetic place, a thoughtful place, of how we surround ourselves both physically and energetically. And it's been an interesting week for me because I've noticed in myself this pull between a more mystical way of life, that of just allowing and being fully at peace with what is, and also feeling a lot of forward momentum where I'm really desiring to produce and create and manifest and move forward. And honestly feeling a little pulled in both of those directions. And what I realized just a few minutes before recording this, I was on a call with my coach, is that there's a way to honor both of those sides to us. There's a way to both be in this mystical spiritual place using all of our mindfulness tools and also move forward, but in a way that feels aligned with this foundation of a spiritual and divine connection, both within ourselves and to something greater. So that's what I'm holding right now, the paradox of both of these, and what it looks like to step into this revolution with priorities, with boundaries, with spirit always surrounding and infusing me, and with so much gentle love and non-judgment and kindness towards ourselves as we do it. So would love to hear how this lands for you. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. And for those of us who are celebrating Passover, the sweetest, most expansive, joyous Passover to each of us, and a season filled with freedom in all of its respects. Thanks, everyone.